whatever happens, remember that you can do anything you want. You can do anything you want. Follow the light if you're not sure. Listen to your gut. The right path will come when the time is right. Take your own method, looking for the one who's trying to be perfect, yeah. You will try to match it, don't be sad if you don't make it up. You hope for wonders, living life means making blunders. It can make you shatter, you will try to fight the thunder. Trust me no matter what happens, because I will stay by your side in your heart. Whatever happens, remember that you can do anything you want. You can do anything you want.
Oh, what the... Guys, what happened to honor and democracy and everything?
Нет, я понимаю. Просто я соскучилась.
People don't just turn into things.
I do.
I'm the guy with the money.
And the gun. Nailed it. I know. Thank you. Moving on.
Do you hear that? It's the winds of change.
Hello, students, mentors, and all of the lovely animators of our community. Hopefully, everyone is ready. Everyone got something sweet to drink. They prepared a couple of questions they'll ask later, so we can finally start. Today, we are returning to you with a very fun workshop slash feedback session. Leave a hi in the chat for all of us here and all of the people in the chat. You can also tell us where you're from or what kind of animations you like to make. If you're new and it's the first time here on the workshop, don't panic. Take a deep breath. I'm going to explain everything. We are Animation Club School. My name is Kata, and today Edward Kurchevsky, our mentor in the 2D traditional animation course that actually accepts new students July this year. So you can actually go check him out in the descriptions below. Also, out there, you can also check a couple of free lessons we have. So one more reason to go and join and see what we have there. And Edward will talk about what it's like to animate without drawing, what it can look like, how we can use it, and then we'll review the submissions that have been sent over by our Discord users. And not only, I think it's open for all the users who enjoy our school. Edward, would you like to say something for those who haven't met you before, or give a shout out or hi for all of the students who are already familiar with you?
Yep. Hello, everyone. My name is Edward Kurchevsky. I'm a teacher in Animation Club School. It's been already 7 years. And so I'm basically 2D animator and storyboard artist, partially director. In these courses, I'm trying to teach everything what I know and to build a strong community of 2D artists. And today we're gonna talk about interesting subject, animation without drawing. It's not our usual subject, but it would be nice to talk about that, how to use animation, the same principes, but in a different, slightly different technique style. So yeah, I hope it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, same. I agree. For those who didn't have enough time to participate in our current challenge, don't worry. We probably will have a lot more challenges coming your way, but this is a good chance to stick around and find out what we have new. And always remember, even if you don't have your work on the feedback, it's always essential to listen to other people's critiques because you can always apply it to your own work. So
Yeah.
you can always improve even if you're passively listening or actively if you're a bit more concentrated. I couldn't do that. Before we actually start and go into the meat of today's session, I want to lay some ground rules. First of all, you can always use the chat to communicate with us, to ask any questions you want to ask in terms related to animation or otherwise. If I didn't voice your question right away, don't worry. It's just because I'm keeping it in my little save box so we can actually ask it later and give it enough attention to discuss it. With that, I don't think I have anything to add. We can jump right into the fun. I'm giving you the mic.
Yeah, okay. So I will show you my screen. We have some references to talk what to talk about. To have an idea of what it is like animation without drawing. Partially here there is some drawing, but in general you're gonna understand the principle what we want to discuss. So here this is very interesting. I don't know the artist who did that. I mean, this is like film, right? Like just part of the film. Here it's just rough animation, an idea how it's gonna look like, and this you can see that it's used. Here we have a screenshot that was morphed, deformed, and exaggerated, like it was in rough animation.
Mm-hmm.
Same here. So basically, I mean, here it like the author he drew in the first, but the main thing what we want to discuss is just second thing, second step.
Mm-hmm.
It's that one. How to use the original, for example, and maybe adjust it a little bit, exaggerate it a little bit, and make it look cool as well, and in different way. So this is animation, but used live action like resource. to
As
make
a
it
reference.
yes, a reference to make it stronger and more yeah, exaggerated or
Hmm.
punchy.
Oh, this one is also very good.
Yeah.
And the artist name, I know his name is Govo on Instagram. You can probably find him. He did a couple of music videos that are done in the same technique, but it's much
Very
more
nice.
refined. Very interesting to watch.
Yeah, very nice. This one as well is basically some pictures, some collage, a cutout animation, let's say. But you see, like it's basically animation without animating. What does it mean? I mean, you can see that there is all principles of animation. There is slow in, slow out. You see on this arc. You see here we
Mhm.
have more slow spacings, like small spacing that makes it feel slow. Here, here is basically the pendulum, and look here we have after the heat, we have a little bit of squash, some amortization of the body, overshoot of the, I don't know what it is, like paper or
Like a
towel.
fabric or
Yeah,
something. Yeah.
fabric. Yeah, yeah. So basically, all principles are here. And this look at the overshoot of the arms. You
I
see
love it.
they going they were stretched and now they get into normal position. So yeah, this kind of animation also could be made, and you see this like Disney channel. So this
Yeah.
is
Who can recognize the show, you can type it in the chat. I'll give you a cookie after.
it's not Bud's Pet, no?
No,
Okay,
well, I'm gonna
okay.
reveal it because I'm not gonna give anyone a cookie anyways. I'm online. I can't send it to you. It's from the show called Fish Hooks, which I loved watching. It was so fun, and they were one of the first people who actually used like collage animation. And I've
Mm-hmm.
read a couple of interviews. They had a lot of trouble integrating it into the workflow because it got a little bit too complicated, and they couldn't like it was a very hard time to balance everything. But I think they managed perfectly.
Yeah,
Though when I was a kid, I was a little bit like off put.
yeah,
There was like a bit too much texture for me. But now I appreciate it.
yeah. It's very nice. It's very brave.
Yeah,
This one as
exactly.
well. This one, yeah. Basically, everything what we see here, it's cut out, but very professionally made, like very advanced cutout animation. Like, you can even see like a lot of morphing, so a lot of moving of the volume. It's not just like one frame, one pose. I mean, one direction, and just you, like repeat it and just moved from A to B. It's also the authors try to have this impression that this is like in a volume. Yeah, this is like in a space. Oh, this one I think I saw it. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yes, it's also by the same artist, the Govo. You can actually find him on Insta.
Yeah, amazing.
I think it also works. It gets like very comedic effect because all of the textures are very realistic to us,
Yeah,
but the
yeah,
way
exactly.
he morphs the shapes makes it very grotesque, very
It's
funny to
very
watch.
interesting. Yeah, really cool. So it could be interesting exercise just to if you try to experiment with the media with animation, so you can try also the different approaches. For example, to have your own maybe style, or if you're working on your own project, it could be also why not like interesting. Like for example, Gumball. It's also like TV series. It's a mix of different techniques and styles, and it works pretty well together. Yeah, this as well. Yeah, it looks like a moving illustration.
Hmm.
It's very stylish. Yeah,
Yeah, it
but
gives you a
again,
very
again,
specific effect.
yeah, but again,
Hmm.
the arcs, movements, it's everything what we study in our courses, like 2D animation. I think if you go through 2D animation, like traditional 2D animation, and then you want to go to I mean to switch technique, it could be very, I mean, easier, because you're gonna understand how animation moves, because animation it's a skill, right? Like drawing, it's a one skill, and animation it's another skill. And traditional animation combines these two skills. Like you have to draw well, and you have to understand the principles of animation. Here,
Hmm.
of course, you need to have like some um, how to say, you have to understand, you have to feel the style, feel how to put everything together here to make it as cool as it is. So without feelings of style, you will not understand, for example, how to put everything together and to make it look cool. But still, there is like we can replace this skill of drawing to skill of like combining and
Collage,
putting
moving
putting
parts.
collage, yeah,
Yeah.
making collage, and you just have to put it together in a nice way.
Yeah, I agree. Stuff like motion design, kinetic typography,
Yeah,
everything. It's very connected with the 12 principles of animation.
yeah, and
Usually
also
those who study it on
yeah,
hand give like the best works.
it looks like motion design, yeah, and you basically learn these kind of types of stylization and collaging, and for example, in the 3D animation, you replace this drawing by technical parts, like no making some codes, coding sometimes, or just just because there is a graph editors and stuff, so it's technical stuff. So you basically replace, but animation skill stay all the time, right? In
Mm-hmm.
every part of animation.
Very consistent.
Yeah, this is
There are
like
12 principles for a reason. Yeah.
yeah, this is like 2.5D animation. Basically, it's like paperless. Some people called it like it's drawn, but it's like in Tomb of Harmony there is mix. You can do a mix of drawing and cutout, because it's vector, and it's very convenient to do something like that. And many studios actually use this kind of type of animation because it's cheap and fast. I mean, cheap because it's fast, because animators get paid by hours, and if
Mm-hmm.
you work more, I mean, if you're faster, it means that you are cheaper, let's say. Okay,
Oh, true enough.
the same. Basically, it's one drawing, but some things just get sometimes, yeah. Like for example, the legs, they get redrawn, but
Mm-hmm.
many parts, like the hair of the horse, just get
Mm-hmm.
just moved, shift, like basically the same drawing, just moved.
Yeah, just a little bit to give the illusion.
Yeah,
Oh, yes. And my favorite one of the bunch.
yeah, it's not loading. Well, okay, it's good. Yeah, this is very good.
Yeah, this is part of a music video. I forgot on what artist, but it's about like 5 minutes and it's full of this kind of beautiful animation
Yeah,
made about collages.
yeah, it's um it replaced, I mean, the drawing skills replaced by putting everything like together, like a style in a stylish way.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have this sensitivity to make
Mm-hmm.
something like that, but the concept of animation, it stays like the same. All principes are here. I mean, of course, some principles can be ignored, or for example, we have like 12 principles, like basic principles, right? But some of them can be ignored, but still, we need to have something, because otherwise it will feel very like unrealistic and robotic, and not nice to see.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I agree
Okay.
completely.
Let's move on.
I think we have like one more. Also, I really like this loop.
Yeah, for example,
Very
even
like
here,
subtle things.
I didn't mention it, like, but like in the last video, or here, you see like his movements is like slow in, slow out, right? At least one principle, but then we have arcs, like going up and down, up and down. It's also everything works by arcs.
Exactly. Even
So-
breathing, the neck in
Yeah.
the top position with the shoulder muscles and in
Yeah.
the bottom are like completely different.
And the motion of some parts, like morphing of the like breathing, or for example cheeks, or here the eyes, it's just everything makes it feels more volumetric. Yeah, like it's more, yeah, in volume, in space, and more believable. Because animation, it's about to make people believe what they see. They accept, for example, here it's kind of motion design animation, but people accept the concept when they see it in the beginning. They accept the how limited it is, or how simplified it is. That's why if you do realistic animation, it's much more difficult to convince people that what you're doing is real, is correct and believable. Because if you have um, like like uh, let's say Prince of Egypt animation, or something less, so something else, there is much more difficulty, yeah, in make it believable, because it's so realistic. And here you see there is a leg, just two, for example, here it's not important that these two legs are not bending. It's just, I know they're bending actually here. Or for example, in this, after the hit. Yeah, here, look, this leg is super simple, right? It's just like cut out like a piece of paper, let's say black one, and this part. They not it's not moving itself, but it's moving with the body, but not moving inside the animation. And we accept that. We cannot get it. Like, okay, this is a leg, and he's just after a punch. He's just making like overshoot, because he's moving from left to the right. And our brain understand that, if even we don't understand animation, because we kind of feel the arc. Even for example, here he moves to the left, from the left to the right, you see, and then slowly, gradually, he going back and accelerates. So it's slow in, slow out, and again the same principle everywhere. Okay, so I think we're done with the references, and now we have two works, who like two people who applied their works in our workshop. First of them was Kata. Thank you,
Wow,
Kata, for
thanks.
your amazing work. Let's see. Yeah, it's very nice, very cute.
Thank you. I
Why
wanted
I
to
like
make like an animation of a sneeze.
Yeah, why I like this animation, because you can see that there is arcs, there is rhythm. Like for example, here you have an arc. Here the character goes by this arc, yeah. Then it has slowing down. One thing that is just a little bit exaggerated. I mean, of course, it's we accept that this is cartoonish approach. I mean, this is like looks very realistic. This also maybe it's like one of the strongest thing in this kind of style, that we see the collage and it feels realistic, because you see texture, realistic texture, and so on. But the motion is very cartoonish. It's very exaggerated, and this is make a trick. Because for example, normally the head cannot grow. It can make some stretch and squash, but cannot get bigger, for example here. But it is bigger now, and it feels okay, because we understand the concept of the style. And yeah, in this very cool, fast, accent. Maybe if I would improve maybe the arc supposes, maybe I would make this arm outside
Yeah, for the silhouette.
on the silhouette, and the robe will be here. just
Mm-hmm.
because it's gonna be much more stronger, because now it repeats the same line of the dress. I mean it's fine, but it just we're gonna make it slightly stronger. Uh, yeah, and also, for example, it could be even more improved. For example, this arm with flower basically always stays and always moves with the body. I mean, with the whole head and stuff. And even here, it just go straight back. For example, this arm could make after a blow could make an arc going down, but like lowering it, put it slightly lower to add additional arc to the arm. Of course, it's not necessary because it's not fully realistic motion, right? As I said, we accept the concept of it. Yeah, sometimes yes, we accept the unrealistic style. But yeah, it's just I'm saying that what I see about the style. Yeah, very nice. And the hat. Yeah, okay. Hat also very nice. It makes straight circle arc. Maybe I would exaggerate it and put it like maybe in like that. Not
Mm,
just sliding on the like sliding on top of the head, but maybe make some curve arc here. You see just exactly sliding in the perfect position, but maybe you could put maybe also have the hat slightly earlier before maybe even here already. So imagine that hat already is placed on the head, and the head with the hat going back, because now you see they
mm,
synchronized. The head and the
yeah.
hat stopped in the same position. Again, this is one of the principles of animation, like desynchronization. Sometimes it's nice to have different parts moving in different rhythm. So this one of them, it's gonna make your animation slightly better. And yeah, everything what I said now, all these corrections, feedbacks, they you basically will learn in our classes in the first course.
Yeah. So if you like what you see, you can always go to the link to the description and check
Yeah,
out our courses.
we're not gonna do a cutout
Yeah,
though. We're just gonna do 2D traditional animation by drawing, but you can see. I mean, we are here just to show how the same how different approach to animation have the same principles, right?
exactly. Plus, there could be days where you don't want to draw, or there are days when your wrist feels that it hurts too much and
Or
you want to just do something easier and fun.
yeah, or just just a job. Like you will have
Yeah,
some like freelance. Someone will approach you and say, "Hey, I want to have a music video in this kind of style, or can you propose me some kind of style in if they have like some budget, you're gonna do okay, I can do that, cut out, and it works. And they're gonna say, yeah, cool, yeah. So sometimes
exactly,
it's
exactly.
useful, but the most important is to have a tool to understand the animation, because everything as you see works uh, exactly the same as traditional animation. So
Hmm.
here it's very nice as well. It's a bit longer than Kata's animation.
Yeah, it has
Uh,
multiple characters, a storyline.
yeah, and here we don't have morphing of the volume. I mean itself. Our like these dogs, yeah, they just screaming, laughing, and just licking each other. But in general, the morphing is not changing like was in with the dinosaur. It's fine. It's just less complex, I would say, in terms of animation. Just moving around left and right, up and down. But it's cool. The idea is everything's here. Also, zoom of the camera. Also, perspective is really interesting. I mean, it feels not correct, but this is the kind of like a joke, let's say, like
Yeah,
comedical like approach. So I really like it. For example, here in the best, if you would, for example, work, I mean, make it more complex, you could make, for example, here your wheel make a squash, let's say, I don't know, for some reason, squash and then stretch, and you're gonna bounce. Or for example, the opposite direction, your car can make some like lifting. I mean, for example,
Mm-hmm.
the wheel somehow wanted, I mean, for example, there is something, rock or something, and the car itself like move the volume slightly. Yeah, and this is like correct. So you see this like wheel going higher, and with this approach was what Kata had, this kind of stretching and changing. It could add more vividness, yeah, to this like still life animation. Because look, this is just the car just moving, yeah, and the wheel just bouncing, right? It's yeah, and also here, for example, you don't have a wheel, so maybe your car could go lower here, and maybe you can have this like a brake, and you will have maybe some what's the name of this, like sparkles, from
Oh,
the
Sparks?
sparks, yeah, from the ground, because the brake scratch
Oh yeah,
scratch the
totally.
ground, for example. It's just yeah, you just transform the car a little bit, and you have more interaction with the background, you know. Um, yeah, and maybe expression of these two guys, a girl, I don't know, the two cats will change maybe when they drive, or maybe after the wheel yeah, gets out, and maybe they change, but it's up to you. It's just I'm just guessing. And this, imagine that this is like um neighbors. Like for example, imagine that these two cats was like, okay, let's go, and they just lost the wheel, they scratched the road, and they just like get crazy, and these like neighbors like, oh my God, what's happening? Like, and this, and you see, this dog, it has some flowers. It would be nice to have flowers as well here, you know, to keep them. Otherwise, it's also like we're losing this believability. Yeah, that it's just the same kind of character or what. Yeah, and this also, I would suggest you to play with the brightness, to make closer, closer to this one, or this darker, because it's popping. You see it's changing the quality, and of course, and the colors. Yeah. So this is my suggestions, right? How to make it cool, better. It is cool already, but there is a way to make it even better. So, do you have any questions? And I'm not sure if Leon is here in the chat.
Uh, I'm not sure as well. Hopefully, if they're in the chat, they'll ask questions if they need. But during the stream, we had one question, and it's a bit open-ended one, so we can discuss it a little bit more.
Yeah.
And I will be adding a little bit of my own thoughts to the question. But feel free to correct me if I understood it wrong. So the question is, how can I act professionally? So I assume Muhammad is asking how can I act professionally in like the industry. So my first thought it was
It's
maybe like
yeah,
something about like planning and work.
but you're saying act, right? Like
Yeah.
how to behave professionally, right?
Oh yeah. Also as well. Maybe that's acting.
I mean,
Muhammad could also clarify.
several approach to understand that. I mean, act like acting in animation, or act like behaving, in the studios, like, or in communication, or yeah, or
I
like
think it's probably the first one, I think. Because I
how to
immediately
make
thought
an
about the third
acting.
option, but I think it's first. Yeah.
Um, First of all, it's to watch actings of any your favorite animations. Like pick some shots, some scenes where you see that's acting. I mean, that character behaves extremely wonderful for you, and try to understand why. What in this acting is amazing, right? Maybe write some thoughts, like some positions, like, okay, arcs, rhythm, design. I mean, drawings. Is incredible, rhythm, and like I believe that this animation. I mean, I believe that it's real. That is so realistic, or other way around, like you like acting more pose to pose, or for example, I know you have to precise like what you like, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then you have to understand what this every point means, how to make these points in your animation, right? Of course, and practicing, studying, like in our school, will reveal how to do that, right? How it will help you to do that. But in most cases, it's just drawing skills. You need to have drawing skills, like practice drawing like every day. This gonna like, force your hand very well. It's gonna you will have very vivid um lines, and you will be much more confident in drawings. Then um, shooting references after all these dots, I mean points, bullet points, what you wrote. Shooting references is also important, especially for me. I know that some animators not doing references, it's fine with them if they can, create in the head the whole scene, yeah, imagine. It's fine, but for me, I prefer to act, to see the arcs, the synchronization, position of the body, even just, yeah, like position of the head, the skull. It's very important. Just minor arcs will help. Of course, I'm not actor. I'm never gonna be as good as Brad Pitt or DiCaprio or something. Like my acting will be not as strong as for to win Oscar, but it's not about that. It's about to understand the construction. So basically, reference, it's your rough animation, even pre-rough. It's like before you're drawing, you make an acting, and you showing, and you see if it's working. Of course, it could be not in one time, one double, one shot, one take. It could be different approach, and you just can edit or choose. If it's, for example, it's a long one, sometimes I play several times and act several times, and then I see, okay, in this second time I did something that I like, and third time, in third approach, third take, there is cool ending, so I will use that. So you have to keep it in mind. This is a tool, right? It's not like you have to make something like you will send to the Hollywood and stuff. It's just a tool to understand what you're doing. And in the end, yeah, it's basically you have to put your character in the model. So use as much as possible screenshots from the movies. Model sheets I don't recommend. Why? Because model sheets, it's still pre-production, and the
Makes sense.
characters are not final. And
Mm.
when you see characters in the movie, in the film, right, in on the screen, they're different. And they're even different between the sequences, because different animators works differently, right? But I suggest you to take screenshots, the closest possible to your acting. So first you act, first you make a rough, and then you take screenshots and put your character in the positions. Because if you do it other way around, if you look at the video and find screenshots, and based on that screenshots you make an acting, you will make your acting very stiff. because you plan your acting based on the positions and expressions of already existing poses, right? And you will not reveal your artistical abilities, like acting abilities. You will just try to like what we have here, making collage of existing poses and stuff. So this is important. And yeah, I think that's it.
Mhm. We have one more question from Leon Felipe. What software is best for this kind of cutout animation?
What's after what?
What software is the best
Software.
for this kind of
I
animation?
think After Effects. After Effects has great tools for that. There is also like a script for to make a skeleton there,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, there is pin tool that can morph and distort some
Oh, yeah.
parts. TV Paint is not a great tool because it's eats your quality if you move something in TV Paint. Maybe
Mm.
Doom Harmony. It made for
For
flash
rigs?
for rigs and yeah for cutout animation, but I never like use it properly. So I don't know. I think
Mm-hmm.
after Moom Harmony and Adobe After Effects.
Mm-hmm. Also, we have some suggestions on like Moho is also a good
Yeah,
thing. Yeah, they
yeah.
also, and I think Spline is also very interesting.
Yeah,
Also
definitely,
allows you
definitely.
to do that kind of.
Yeah, I heard about these softwares, but I never worked, so because it's not my
Yeah, same.
cup of tea.
And you can always try it analog. You just put a little phone on a tab.
Yeah,
You take a
yeah.
couple of
Print
like
or
pieces of
just
paper
cuts,
and just
yeah.
move them around.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can always do that as well.
But
Uh,
unfortunately, you will not have a morphing in this kind of. I mean, this
True.
when you stretch some parts. Yeah,
Well, then you can work with clay. Then anything is possible. And
yeah,
we're
yeah,
going back to stop motion.
yeah.
Everything comes back to stop motion. Well, I think with this, we can finally roll to a close for today's workshop. Let's all say thank you to our mentor who decided to spend this time with us. For me, it was very fun, and hopefully for you, it was insightful as well. Remember, if you liked what you saw and want to see more workshops like these, feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel, join our Discord server to see more of the events, and of course, check out the links in the description below if you're interested in any courses. You can also try our introductory lessons there that are completely free and look over for courses that will start in July this year if you
Yeah.
want to try animation for something more longer and more serious. So, and
We're
again,
gonna.
if you wanted to, oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
No, I just wanted to say that we're gonna see each other often on YouTube. So every like 2 or 3 weeks, we're gonna do some streams. So yeah, if you're interested in animation, feel free to come, ask some questions, and yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree. And also, if you want to join some of our free practices and events we do, and also if you want to be the first to know if we have any challenges where you can submit your works, you can always go to the Discord server that's also in the description down below. And I think that's it.
Yeah.
This was Animation School Club. My name is Kata. Thank you for being here with us, and see you next time. Hopefully, very, very soon.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Hello everyone, this is Animation School. My name is Edward Kurchevsky and I'm professional 2D animator based in Paris.
Bobby, would you care for a piece of pie?
I studied animation over 10 years in one of the top schools in the world and now I'm ready to share my knowledge with you. In the past 4 years of teaching, my students achieved remarkable results and working in studios like Cartoon Saloon, Skiad, studying in schools like Gobelin l'École de l'Image and CalArts.
I'm not sure what we've got here, Charlie. But if we've got what I think we've got something.
Our goal is to prepare qualified professionals in a short amount of time during our intense course. We are here to also create a bridge between you and studios and help you find your first professional position in industry. Online studying became one of the most important parts in worldwide education system, and I am pretty sure with us you will achieve great results. Good luck!
Sometimes you feel weak. The fear you carry inside wakes you up. The overplaying pattern of memory hides your true face. Take your own method, looking for the one who's trying to be perfect, yeah. You will try to match it, don't be sad if you don't make it. You hope for wonders, living life means making blunders. It can make you shatter, you will try to fight the thunder. Trust me no matter what happens, because I will stay by your side in your heart. Whatever happens, remember that you can do anything you want. You can do anything you want. Follow the light if you're not sure. Listen to your gut. The right path will come when the time is right. Take your own method, looking for the one who's trying to be perfect, yeah. You will try to match it, don't be sad if you don't make it. You hope for wonders, living life means making blunders. It can make you shatter, you will try to fight the thunder. Trust me no matter what happens,